morning, and you are now listening to the Parkway Pulse. This is Trish Cooper with Patricia Cooper Insurance, and this is the Parkway Pulse. I have my good pal, buddy, and friend Travis Bryant with me. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Travis Bryant with the Texas Renaissance Festival, and I also want to welcome you to this month's edition of the Parkway Pulse, which is your source of information about things happening in Montgomery County, brought to you by the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, we've had some great things going on lately. This last Tuesday, we had an amazing Lunch and Learn. Anybody that did not have an opportunity to come to that Lunch and Learn, we had around 100 people come. We had the economic development personnel from the city of Conroe, City of Tomball, City of Magnolia, and the Woodlands Township, and had a huge wealth of information about the new development and things going on for both residential and commercial development in these areas. And it amazed me the amount of growth that we still have coming in the next 2 years around here. Yeah,
everybody's all concerned about the economy, and there are, they acknowledged even as they talked that while things are a little softer than they may have been in the last couple of years, there's really nothing soft about the development that's going on in this area. It's just amazing, and so many exciting new things coming down the road that sometimes literally coming down the road that are
and the new roads coming down.
Yeah, that'll help with mobility and all of that. And so yeah, and those are the kinds of great things that the Magnolia Parkway Chamber is able to bring to the residents and the business people in this area. And so if you kind of want to be in the know, Magnolia Parkway Chamber is a great group to be a part of because we do, as with our motto of being the chamber without borders, we try to kind of cover the interests of everybody in this area. And
there's so much because we're all close to each other and so much going on and things that are happening in the Woodlands are affecting Conroe. They are affecting Magnolia. They're affecting Tomball, and it's important to all of us for all of the things going on around us, especially as business owners and business people, that gives us opportunities for growth in our own businesses, and knowing that information as acutely as we do in being that source for everybody, it's really awesome. And if you have not had an opportunity to come to one of our Lunch and Learns, you're missing the fun. So make sure that you check our website, magnoliaparkwaycc.org, for any upcoming events so that you know what's going on with us and have an opportunity to participate in some of our activities. We have some other things going on. We have a monthly breakfast on the second Tuesday of every month at Eden Cafe. Great turnout there, great group of people, an opportunity for you to have a 30-second commercial so that you can talk about your business and tell people around you what you do and develop those relationships and those networking partners. And we have our luncheon, which is the fourth Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
And that one is Travis is counting on his fingers here. Yeah. But that's another opportunity with another group of people that you have a little bit different setting, and we have what we call our speed networking, which is fun, a little bit more intimate opportunity for you to sit at a table with new people and again develop those partnerships and those networking opportunities for you. But we have some really exciting stuff coming up soon too. Travis is going to tell us about our Swing and Bling.
Yes. So this is one of the big events for us every spring. This will be the fourth year that we have put this on. Swing and Bling is a 9-hole non-competitive golf event that we invite people to come and be a part of. This year, it is sponsored by First Financial.
Yep, First Financial Bank.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that that I got the whole name in there. First Financial Bank, it's a great activity. We have teams of 4, but if you don't have a team of 4, that's okay. You can register as an individual or as a duo and get teamed up with some other people, which makes it another great networking opportunity for you to get to meet some new people. It will be this year at Wood Forest Golf Club in
beautiful place to be.
Yes, it is. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous golf club, and the Wood Forest development out on Fish Creek Thoroughfare Road. Yes, and so there are lots of prizes, lots of fun stuff going that goes on. You can the big thing is that we have a helicopter golf ball drop.
And with a special guest.
With a special guest,
usually helps us with that in his dragon.
The king of the Texas Renaissance Festival will be there, and he will go up in that, what he calls the dragon, yes, dropping what he calls dragon eggs, these golf balls, and we have some great prizes this year.
There's some really cool stuff this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So one of the prizes is a trip to St. Martin, a 7-night stay in St. Martin on a condo that sleeps 4. Have a Messina Hoff overnight stay package at the Messina Hoff Winery in Bryan, Texas. Includes a 1-night stay, champagne breakfast, wine and cheese reception.
Wow.
For 2 people. The Texas Renaissance Festival is giving a VIP King's Feast package where you get tickets to the festival, in addition 2 tickets to the King's Feast, which is this very elaborate 2-hour dinner theater that includes all you can eat, all you can drink, 6-course meal with prime rib. And then also you'll have the opportunity to sit with the king and queen during one of the jousts on the dais and be their special guests. And then we have an after-hours wagon, a variety of wine and beers that you can win and take home with you, as well as an opportunity to golf with your county judge. Craig Doyle and his wife Amy will be your partners in a golf outing.
And I understand Amy is quite the golfer, so it's Amy the one you have to worry about with the golf.
Yeah, so you'll get to spend some time with them, and they're a great couple. They're a lot of fun to be with. So those are the 4 big prizes for the golf ball drop, and the way it works is the king goes up in the helicopter, he drops all the balls, and the 4 balls that all the balls are numbered, and the 4 balls that land closest to the hole will be the winners of the different packages. And the cool thing about this is you don't have to be present to win that one.
And it's actually the 5 prizes.
5, that's right.
That's 5.
Sorry, there's 5, yes.
It's really cool, lots of fun. If you want to buy golf balls, you don't actually have to be present to win, like he said. You can actually go online on the Parkway Chamber's website, magnoliaparkwaycc.org. You can register to play.
Yes.
You can buy golf balls for the golf ball drop online and find out everything that you need to know about that. Again, it's not just for the ladies, even though it does say swing and bling.
Right.
We do have room for the guys.
The reason we call it swing and bling is because when at every hole that you play, you get a little piece of bling, a little something that you can take away. So everybody's a winner.
Everybody.
Yes, and we also have a new additional prize for the best team theme. So
yes, we had the Tutu Queens last year, so we're looking to see who's going to top that this year. So the teams are encouraged to come with a theme of dress, some type that's appropriate, and to have some fun with it.
Absolutely.
It's a great opportunity. Again, if you are not a golfer, that does not exclude you from participation. We encourage you to come out and swing the golf club anyway. It doesn't matter where it goes. You're having fun with some great people. So again, go to our website, find out some information. We would love for you to participate in this. It's an event that we have grown into something that's so much fun. And if the weather is anything like it is today, it will be an amazing day of golf. So again, check that out on the website.
MagnoliaParkwayCC.org.
Right. So there's a lot of things, as you can see, for you to be a part of in the Magnolia Parkway Chamber. We are growing and expanding just like this radio station is going to be going to FM at some point. So we're really excited for Lone Star Internet Radio and what their growth is going to be. So we're going to step away for just a moment, take a break, come back with our first guest. You're listening to the Parkway Pulse.
SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County is a 501c3 all-volunteer-based rescue and adoption organization with a no-kill policy for healthy and adoptable animals. Our goals are fourfold: to rescue and rehabilitate homeless animals, to provide a safe haven for the animals until a suitable adoption or foster care home is found or until they are reunited with their owner, to educate the public about the great need to reduce pet population, which includes the importance of having their pets spayed and neutered, and to further the cause for humane and responsible pet ownership, and to provide a low-cost spay-neuter clinic for people who are unable to afford to spay or neuter their pets otherwise. SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County encourages you to think adoption first. You can contact us at www.spcaofmc.com.
Hey, this is Cindy Cochran, and now Conroe can boast of another first. The first morning live talk show, 10 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio, coming straight out of the fabulous downtown Conroe, Texas. Be the coolest guy at the water cooler or the most informed break room dweller by listening to the fun side of the news, local, national, infinity, and beyond. The Cindy Cochran Show. You ain't heard nothing yet.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that drinking and driving do not mix. Drinking and driving causes an alcohol-related fatality every hour in the United States. Stay sober and stay alive.
Are you interested in learning more about preparing quick, healthy, and safe meals for your family? Would you like to spend time with others learning tips and tricks, along with practicing and tasting nutritious food? If so, the On the Road to Healthy Living Mobile Cooking School is for you. Call Amy Ressler at Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service at 936-539-7825 to find a class near you or volunteer to host a class.
Pulse. I'm Travis Bryant here with Trish Cooper, and you know, Trish, it's been kind of interesting watching the markets lately, hasn't it?
You know, I try not to. It's kind of scary. I just trust people that know what they're doing to guide us and to not tell me until it's all over with. And speaking of guests that know exactly what they're doing and are so great at giving us information, who's with us today, Travis?
Well, we have some good folks from Klein Wealth Management, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
This is Lori Klein with Klein Wealth Management, and Judy Bodie, our financial planning manager, is with me today. Excuse my Carol Channing voice. Okay,
I think it's awesome.
We know who that is.
Yeah.
You may not know Carol.
And do a little Hello Dolly here in a minute.
Yeah.
Are we aging ourselves again?
That's right. And that's called experience.
There you go. Okay.
And the market has been volatile. You know, we have a lot of things going on globally, plus in our own country. Right now, when you look at 9 nations in the world are actually have negative interest rates at their banks. They are giving money to their businesses and people, hoping for them to spend it to increase their own country's economies.
Goodness.
So we have that, plus, of course, OPEC deciding whether to pump more oil, not to pump more oil. And that has affected our economy also. Regardless of who wins the election, America is resilient, though. We will survive, and we have survived bulls and bears in the past. So what I wanted to do was today is paint a picture and let people realize that this too shall pass. When you look at the 66 years of the market, we have had 13 bear markets that have averaged about 14 months with about a 25% decline. And we have had, during that time, bull markets that have averaged 44 months of increase with 117% increase. But since the average investor isn't 66 years investing experience, let's just go to 2000. We finished the roaring 90s. The 90s and the 50s were the decade that has made it the biggest difference in how we do business in America. And after the roaring 90s, we had 118 months. The market went up 529%.
Wow.
Then from 2000 to 02, it went down for 30 months. It went down 43%. From 3 to 7, it went up 100%, 56 months. 7 to 9, it went down for 16 months. 9 to 11, up 26 months. So as you can see, the economic cycle, regardless of the factors, does work. And we have bull markets, which are usually 3 times longer than the bear. And we have just gotten off of 49 months of increased stock returns at 79%. So now we may go into slowing down of the economy. And that's what you're seeing is this erratic market. How do you protect yourself? You stay invested according to your goals. So you have to know when you want to utilize the money and how much you need from your investments. And you have to adjust that 3 years out to make sure that you are not pulling money out when we are in the middle of a bear market. And so everyone's goals are different, and you have to adjust that. But staying invested, if you missed since 1995, if you missed the 10 best days in the market of the S&P, your return is down almost 40%.
Oh, my goodness.
So staying invested and keeping true to your asset allocation to achieve your goal is key, and that's how you protect yourself.
Kind of like we talked about last time, the yoga breathing. Deep breathing. And when we say, yes, you can open your statements this quarter, that's a good thing.
That's what I was thinking. So long-term view is really important.
It is. And you have to remember these companies are good. They're well-run companies, and America's businesses are resilient. They will do what has to be done to stay profitable. And then the individual will do what we have to do. It means that we may have to look at our spending, control our debt, not repair instead of buy new.
Right.
So we have adjusted to get through this, and so will our businesses, and so do the product sponsors. When things like this happen, the product sponsors that we deal with, they come out with innovative things and guarantees to help to satisfy people's fears in order to stay investing. And so with that, before I start coughing into this microphone,
You've done very well.
I've had 4 cough drops to get through this. But I'm going to turn it to Judy Bodie, to talk about what are some of those things that people can be aware of that's out there.
Definitely. Hello, Judy. Glad to have you back with us again.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Judy is our most recent past chair on the chamber, and always a great helper with us in the chamber, and personally know that her vast knowledge of financial planning and things that she does are great assets. So we're talking about the bulls and the bears, and talking about things. So what is it that we need to do to kind of help protect our assets and protect what we have?
Okay, well, kind of leading into, taking off from what Lori said, Easter is coming up, and it's really the only time you want to keep all your eggs in one basket. So, you really, this kind of plays into what Lori's saying. You want to stay diversified within the market, but what happens when you are either nearing retirement or you're just really adverse to market risk? You just can't sleep at night. Well, that's when, there are other options. There are other things to look at to complement your portfolio. So sometimes those things are, people don't have pensions anymore.
Right.
So sometimes you can recreate your own pension so that it is growing, so that when you do retire, you've got a secured source of income that's going to be a payout to complement whatever you have, Social Security or anything else, so that your numbers are firm, so that your mailbox money, as we sometimes call it, is going to drop into that bank account every month.
Right.
That way your other assets that are invested can keep up with that volatility, because the bills are still going to be paid. So sometimes we use different products that are insured that can protect the principal and also try to recreate some of that pension, if you will. Another thing that has really become popular lately is there are some products that you can use, again, as a complement to your overall portfolio, that can give you some downside protection. So you're not invested in the market, but you're invested, on the indices of, say, the S&P or, the Russell 2000, one of those. And it can hedge you on the bottom side about 10% while still giving you some upside potential. So sometimes we take a portion of a person's assets and put them into that. And that, can be like a 3-year product. So you're looking at buying yourself a bit of time with a portion of your portfolio, still some upside potential, some bottom side protection, 10 or 15%. Based on the indices, so you're out of the market. So there are a lot of tools in the toolbox that we can use.
Right.
But that's where people, you can't give broad statements because everybody's situation is so different. That's one thing we love about this is, you can make it personal to the same, like when you go get your haircut, everybody's not coming in for the same haircut. Right. This is a little more complex than that, but it's the same thing. We love the fact that everybody's situation is different, So.
And that's the importance of being able to have somebody that has the knowledge base that you have and the understanding of that diversity, and sit down and you tell them, this is where I want to be. This is what I have to offer toward that. Tell me how we can diversify that and split it up and put it in a position that allows you to grow it and create that income, and like you said, the mailbox money that 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you've got it set up to where it comes to you that way. And that I guess I'm trying to think of my brain has frozen here. The comfort level, of knowing that you have that, and it's important to be able to have somebody that has the opportunity to set you up and help you understand how that will work.
We call that the sleep easy factor.
That's absolutely.
And that's what you need to know, what keeps you up about your money, and that's the sleep easy factor.
Yes. And it's I think to kind of carry on that thought it's pretty complicated. I mean, it really is. There's the markets and the options and the different things, the products that are out there. For an individual to do it, I think that's oftentimes what keeps people awake, is that they think that if they're responsible for all of that, then they're going to have. There's so much, and there's so many conflicting messages that are coming in, and and we are a resilient country, and in this area we're a diverse country in terms of. I think it's one of the benefits that we have as a nation, and financially, is the fact that there are so many different industries that are located here. I was listening to a story about Venezuela yesterday, and the fact that Venezuela, among a lot of its issues, is the fact that all of its wealth came from oil. And when you have one thing that
eggs are all in one basket.
All eggs are all in one basket.
They're
exactly.
suffering right now,
and they are really hurting. And so and to take that the kind of macro example down to the individual, to know how to diversify on your own, it really takes somebody who can focus on it, so that, because most people have their own businesses to run, their own lives to lead, and to spend all that time, worrying to try to do it yourself. This is where the experts like you are come in as a big help.
And that's what, being in business 33 years, we have gone through some bulls and bears.
Just a few,
and we have clients for 33 years, and it's nice to know that, to know what to do, what to adjust when those things happen. Because we are a life planning firm, and one of the things you did want to mention was our Social Security seminar that was coming in.
That has had some big changes as well. Last year they made some changes, and we do have a Social Security event coming up March 13th. Going by memory here. March 13th. It's going to be in Tomball at the community center, and I think we've got room for about 100 people, but that does fill up fast. We get the the great opportunity once a year to use a lady that's on the Fidelity circuit. She's retired from Social Security, and her name is Elaine Hermson. She is absolutely wonderful, and she'll answer questions as well, but she's a great wealth of knowledge. So especially for those people 5 years out from retirement, or especially those that are right there, because some of the changes are happening May 1st. So these are changes that people need to know about now. So you can always go on our website, Klein, Klein, the word wealth, and then mgmt.com to find out more about that, or you can call our office. It's 281-370-0300, or you can contact the chamber and get that information as well. But that's some good stuff that's going to happen for Social Security. Lots of information. That there's a lot of buzz going on around about that right now, and that plays crucially into that piece of the retirement projection for people.
Because
they need to be aware of that.
One of the main file and suspend, if you are 66 before April 29th, you still have an opportunity possibly to do that file and suspend. If you were born before January 1, 1954, you would have an opportunity to do a restricted application. So come and find out. Okay. It's great information. She stays and answers all of the questions. And it's in March. Come and find out what your options are. You don't want to find out this summer that you missed it. Missed it.
Right. And it's March 16th. I don't know why I said
March 16th.
It's Wednesday,
March 16th in Tomball at the Tomball Community Center. And give us that website one more time just so they know.
It's Klein, the word wealth, mgmt.com.
Excellent.
And that website has a wealth of other information on it. Definitely encourage you to go to their website if you have any questions about, anything that they can offer to you.
We'll be at the Swing and Bling.
Oh,
absolutely!
I'm living proof you don't have to know how to play golf. But it was so much fun.
Yes, I know. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be. I'm hoping the weather is going to be as beautiful. Like I said, today's a gorgeous day, so this is what we're hoping for that event. So I think we're going to step away and take another break here. You're listening to the Parkway Pulse on IRLoneStar.com. We'll be right back.
SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County is a 501c3 all-volunteer-based rescue and adoption organization with a no-kill policy for healthy and adoptable animals. Our goals are fourfold: to rescue and rehabilitate homeless animals, to provide a safe haven for the animals until a suitable adoption or foster care home is found or until they are reunited with their owner, to educate the public about the great need to reduce pet population, which includes the importance of having their pets spayed and neutered, and to further the cause for humane and responsible pet ownership, and to provide a low-cost spay-neuter clinic for people who are unable to afford to spay or neuter their pets otherwise. SPCA PetSnap of Montgomery County encourages you to think adoption first. You can contact us at www.spcaofmc.com.
Doing business since 1985, Assistance League of Montgomery County is a nonprofit, all-volunteer organization where all proceeds stay in Montgomery County. Through our Operation School Bell program, we have provided new clothes to over 50,000 students in our county. Visit our thrift shop at 126 North San Jacinto Street in downtown Conroe, or call us at 936-760-1151. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Hi, this is BJ Ordner from Montgomery County Performing Arts Society. I'm here to remind you to get your tickets now for all the upcoming events that McPass has to offer. All shows will be held at the beautiful Crichton Theater in downtown Conroe. Call 936-441-7469 for your tickets today, or go to our website, www.mcpass.org, for more information. Hope to see you at the show.
Tune in to Chamber Chat with your host, Courtney Galley and Samantha Good, with the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce, every first Tuesday of the month at 11 a.m. I'm one of your hosts, Courtney Galley. Samantha and I will chat about the Conroe Chamber's upcoming events and programs for the month. Relax with a cup of joe or your favorite drink for Chamber Chat.
Welcome back. Here we are at the Parkway Pulse, brought to you by the Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce, the Chamber Without Borders. And I'm Travis Bryant, and I'm sitting here with my lovely co-host, Tricia Cooper of Patricia Cooper Insurance. And Tricia, I'd like to hear a little bit more about what you do and a little bit about Patricia Cooper Insurance. And tell me about how long have you guys been around?
Yeah, I bought the agency from the previous owner. The agency was started in 2000,
okay.
And I had started working for the agency in 2006, and then was blessed to have been able to buy the agency from the previous owner in 2010. So we're kind of going into our 6th year. Went from one woman operation when I bought it in 2010, and there's 6 of us in there now.
Wow.
And we've really grown. We've been blessed by the customer base that we had when we started, and all of the good things that we've been able to do in growing the business. It's been fun. I like coming to work every day, and I guess that's the fun of it. Is I enjoy working with the customers. I enjoy my staff. We are so happy with the staff that we have there. The agents that we have on our staff have more years of experience. They all started when they were 2 years old, so that's the clarification. But I have a lady that works in the office. Her name is Sandy, and she is amazing. She has trained with major carriers in personal lines insurance. She has a wealth of knowledge in personal lines insurance and experience to help our customers. We have Reagan in our office, who spent 14 years as an underwriter for one of my carriers in commercial lines insurance, and I stole her. And she's been with us for almost 3 years now, and she handles our commercial department. And we've really expanded our ability to work with commercial customers and do business insurance. That Reagan and I have really worked hard to make sure that we have access to some great carriers. We work with carriers like the Hartford and Travelers, MetLife, State Auto, all of those that do personal insurance, but they also, a lot of people don't realize, do business insurance. And so you're working with some really great carriers to do that.
Well, you talk about all those different characters because you are an independent insurance agent,
right? Yeah,
and talk about what the differences between being an independent as opposed to being what's the term?
A captive agent. Yes,
captive agent. Well, that sounds somewhat ominous, actually, but.
It's the difference is that with an independent agent, I am not restricted to writing business with just one company. That's what a captive agency is that they write and they represent one specific company that they write for. The cool thing about us is that we have the ability to represent a number of different carriers. I have access to, I think the last time we counted with all of the specialty companies and everything we have for homeowners insurance, I think I have 38 different carriers I can look at. The fun thing is, as a client of ours, is that you deal with one person. I deal with all the carriers, and so we have options. If one carrier increases their prices or makes some changes, we have the ability to automatically shop and find a better rate for you, so that we're still you're still dealing with the same person that you're comfortable with, that knows you, knows your business, knows your family, and is able to provide you with that knowledge. But we have the option of finding different carriers and do all that work for you. So it gives us a lot of different opportunities when you have special or diverse needs. We were talking about diversity earlier with Klein Wealth Management. That's one thing that we do, is we're able to deal with diversity. We can write your homeowners, your auto, if you have any investment properties, if you have a business, we have an ability for you to deal with one person in our agency, and we can write all of that business and be able to take care of your needs as a whole, so that you are, we understand your complete needs for insurance. And so it makes it easier for us in being able to work with all those different carriers.
A lot of flexibility there.
Absolutely, a lot of flexibility.
And I'm kind of curious, just in terms of when the people that come into your office and looking for insurance, what are some of the things that you see with the average person in terms of their insurance needs that you think that are often overlooked or unfulfilled?
The thing that we try to do with our customers is, I'm very big about educating my customers. A lot of people think that if I have a homeowner's insurance policy, all homeowners insurance policies are exactly the same. You tell me I have insurance, I'm good, it covers all of them or cover the same thing. And what a lot of people don't realize is that there are all kinds of different options for homeowners insurance policies. And you have to be careful in what you are purchasing and to ensure that you have all of the coverages that you need. We make sure that we talk to the customer. The big thing that we laugh about is, you're worth more than 15 minutes of my time, because it takes more than 15 minutes to understand what you truly need and what your assets are and what needs protecting. That's what we're doing, is we're protecting your personal assets or your business assets from an event that could cause you, very much distress if you did not have that protection. So we take the time to make sure that we understand exactly what the customer needs, and the customer understands what they're purchasing. If there's limits on that policy, we want to make sure they know that there's limits on those policy. One thing in Montgomery County that's been a big thing that a lot of people don't realize is deductibles. A lot of people don't understand what all is involved in dealing with a deductible, and that there are different types of deductibles. You can have a deductible which is called your all other perils deductible, and then there's a separate one for windstorm, hail, and hurricane. A lot of companies in this area have started to require a higher deductible for windstorm, hail, and hurricane. And you don't realize it, and it makes a big difference. The difference between a 1% and a 2% deductible on a $250,000 valued house is $2,500. So if you had a 1% deductible for wind and hail, you have a $2,500 deductible. But if you have a 2% deductible, you now have a $5,000 deductible. Makes a big difference if you're trying to replace a roof from hail damage, which has been the thing that everybody's kind of had to do out here. We've been, knock on wood, haven't had the big issues like the Dallas area and some other parts of Texas have had, but we have had some incidents out here of hail, and a lot of people find out, unfortunately, when they're dealing with a claim that they've got that 2% deductible and they're $10,000 roof, they've got to pay $5,000 worth of it. And it makes it difficult when you're in that situation. So always understand what your deductibles are and know that that's a difference. It makes a difference in your premium, and it makes a huge difference in the event that you do have to file a claim.
Are there any trends, news, new things coming out in the insurance world that people should know about?
It's kind of crazy all the time. The thing that we wrestle with on a daily basis is the auto insurance. Auto insurance has become a commodity. It's something that you can push a button online in 15 minutes. You can get a quote, or 7 minutes with certain other ones. You can do it all online. You don't have to deal with a human until you need a human.
Right.
To answer a question or do something, and all you have is an 800 number that's outsourced or whatever, and that does fit some people's needs that just want that basic coverage. Again, it's all in a matter of what your assets are and what your needs are. But auto insurance has become such a commodity, and shopping auto insurance is a constant thing. And again, having an independent agent gives you those options with a lot of different carriers that you can work with to keep your rates where they need to be, because they're fluctuating and changing so much.
Yeah, I think that's very important. I think, having that person to talk to, because I know for myself, every time I've gone to one of those websites and tried to do it, and then I wind up going, well, I don't know if I need this. I don't know, maybe, should I get it? Should I get that coverage? Well, but I don't, so having somebody that can talk to you and say, yeah, here's where we live, this is the kind of driving you do, or this kind of house you have.
Right.
Yeah, you probably do need that. I can see that's a huge advantage on it. So,
right.
Where are your offices?
Our office is on 1488. We're at 7424 FM 1488, basically at the light at Tamina in 1488. You can see our big sign, Patricia Cooper Insurance. We have an awesome website. It's www.pcooperins.com. You can actually go on our website and click for a quick quote there. And it's not like the going online. It actually sends you to a human who will call you immediately and discuss your needs with you and still be able to get you that quote as quickly as we possibly can. But, we work hard for our customers.
Good.
And blessed with some really good ones.
Well, very good. Well, thanks for telling us about it. We're going to take another little break here, and you're on the Parkway Pulse with Tricia Cooper and Travis Bryant. Thank you.
Hello, Montgomery County. I'm Rachel Baldwin with Special Olympics Texas, Area 6. Are you a fan of courage? Are you a fan of determination? Are you a fan of acceptance, grace, and skill? Then you're already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, and/or compete and be a fan of dignity and acceptance. The dedication of our Special Olympics Texas volunteers provides mainstreaming experiences for athletes with intellectual disabilities. You will touch the heart of another person, and it will move you in a meaningful way that lifts the spirit. Please visit the Heart of East Texas Area 6 webpage at www.sotx.org. Also, like us on Facebook to be a fan and be part of Special Olympics Texas.
Hi folks, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I want to invite you to join me every Saturday morning right here on Lone Star Internet Radio from 8 to 9 for Outdoors with Luke Clayton and Friends. Bill Dance is a frequent guest. Larry Weisser, Mr. Whitetail, is on the show every week. We talk a lot of hunting and fishing and generally have a good time. So remember, every Saturday morning, 8 to 9, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today. So remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on Klein Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org. That's JUNQUE for more information and store hours.
And welcome back to the Parkway Pulse. Oh, I'm sorry. I just stepped on my lovely host.
We're good. We're good. We got this down.
So, we are the Parkway Pulse, brought to you by Magnolia Parkway Chamber of Commerce. And, Tricia, we were talking earlier about the Lunch and Learn and that we had just recently and all the amazing things that we heard from the different Economic Development Council people that were there. Lots of stuff happening.
I know. There was some really cool information that we learned about. And so we thought it would be an awesome thing to have somebody like Ron McKeithen with M&M Texas Properties. He's our next guest, and he's going to kind of discuss with us some of the information that we did learn about at the Lunch and Learn, and talk about the impact that it's going to have. You know, it might surprise some people, you know, what we have in store for our area. So, hi, Ron. How are you?
I'm very fine. How are y'all?
We're glad to have you back.
Thank you very much.
So Ron is the owner-broker with M&M Texas Properties. They're located on 6110 FM 1488. Ooh, I'm good, aren't I?
Stalker.
You can tell Ron and I are friends. But they have great agents there, and they do both residential and commercial real estate. And so, Ron, tell us, you know, we learned some really cool stuff. Tell us about it.
We did, and it was some pretty amazing stuff. You know, you play that game SimCity. You know, I get the idea that Magnolia is like SimCity on steroids. You know?
You're not joking.
Yeah, I mean, the infrastructure that's going to be needed to handle all those subdivisions, all those people that are going to be coming out there. You know, you're going to need a Walmart, you're going to need an H-E-B, you're going to need a Kroger, you're going to need hospitals, you're going to need, you name it. I mean, it's going to be crazy. And what's cool is that, you know, Magnolia and even the greater Houston area is kind of been shielded from some of the economic downturn in the price of oil, which, you know, we all had questions about until we learned yesterday at the Lunch and Learn that one of the reasons why we have been shielded is because Exxon's corporate headquarters is here, this is not where they pump the oil.
Yeah, you know? and those things. Yeah, we have been, you know, a little bit delayed. You know, we definitely absolutely have seen some impact with the oil field business around here, and I know there are a lot of people that have been impacted by that, and the encouraging thing that we did learn at the Lunch and Learn was that despite that impact that we're finally starting to see here in Texas, we have been blessed, but despite that there are there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's a really big tunnel. And there's a lot coming, and so it's encouraging that those opportunities for growth are still there despite some of the things going on.
And again, I think, you know, diversity and diversification seems to be the theme of the day today. And you know, one of the things one of the learnings that I really had was that the economy in Montgomery County is becoming so diverse as well. You know, it's not just the oil industry.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of it because, you know, that's where we live. But with all the new, you know, the Woodlands, people from the Woodlands Economic Development Council were talking about the new hospitals that are coming in. We're becoming that area is becoming kind of a mini medical center.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And then the airport, the regional airport
in
growth in Conroe. So for transportation, you know, so it helps. It helps, you know, to not have, again, all your eggs in one basket from an economic standpoint.
Well,
this isn't like the 80s.
Right. And finally, Lone Star College, Magnolia, for God's sake. You know, amen. It's about time, you know.
Yes.
Why do all these people have to go, you know, Tomball or Montgomery College, which I got my AA from Montgomery College a long time ago before it became Lone Star, you know. You know, back when, you know, Fred Flintstone drove me to school, you know, that kind of thing.
Moco.
Yeah, Moco.
Back in Moco days.
Right.
You did all this when you were 2 years old, right?
Right.
Genius.
But no, it's amazing, and we're seeing, especially under the $250,000 category, all these families are pushing this way because they have nowhere to go. Houston's pretty well saturated. A lot of the homes down there, you got some real nice developments down there, but this is new area up here. People can buy a property that has a lot more land, and they go to exemplary schools. Magnolia ISD is amazing, and so they're coming up here, and we're seeing those prices stay real firm and push up. There's gone are the days of lowballing an offer on a house and working some middle ground. If it's a nice home in a nice neighborhood, people are getting what they ask for it. And it's amazing for us because obviously we're in the business to help people move. So
most definitely.
Please do.
and the other thing that we were talking about with the huge increase in the number of new home starts that are anticipated with the subdivisions out here. It's because of the infrastructure, like Travis had talked about, the roads, the Grand Parkway, 99, all of that opening up. You can go from I-45 to 290 in a matter of minutes because of those opportunities. The Aggie Parkway that they're talking about putting in, running up through Magnolia, all of the changes in the infrastructure, the roadway that they're talking about improving and expanding and connecting.
Right. And the mobility, just the mobility with the flyover that's going to be going at the railroad flyover at 149 and 1488, and then the other one in Magnolia proper at 1774, and so all of those things are will help, because congestion is obviously one of the biggest things.
Well, and you have to take your hat off to all the county commissioners, like Charlie Riley. He said, I hate waiting in traffic. I hate waiting at a red light. And, thank God they have a vision that they know that it's coming, and let's get the infrastructure in place ahead of that push. And thank God. It probably could have happened years ago, if the vote had gone the way people wanted it to go. But now it's actually going to happen.
Yeah, and those things are all in the works. But, they're talking about the residential development, the subdivisions. I think I lost count at some point of the number of new homes just in the next 2 to 3 years that they're talking about anticipating. I think it was 9,000 in Magnolia alone, or in the greater Magnolia area, 9,000 new homes.
Yeah, we're actually considering a satellite office over there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Up
because
1774,
so
1486 area, the opportunities for growth, both for businesses and for residential service persons. In insurance, I was smiling greatly every time they were talking about a new subdivision going in, because the impact that it has for my business is amazing.
Sure.
And the opportunities there. But 9,000 new homes just in the Magnolia area, and that's not including what they talked about for Conroe. Conroe is huge. It's growing dramatically, and the things that are going on for, you talked about the new regional airport that's going to be the expansion of the airport there in Conroe.
2 major industrial parks.
The industrial, things, the manufacturing and industrial
Howard
space
Hughes
there.
at 8:30. Howard Hughes at 8:30.
So there's so much going on there. So as a real estate broker, what are your views on things going? Obviously it's a great outlook for you.
Aside from running around with pom poms, yes. Well, I mean, in this business, yes, we do our job to make a living for our families and stuff like that. But our primary focus is helping people relocate if they want to sell, if they want to buy, whatever, And what's nice is that the economy actually supports it, because when the economy downturned in 2007, 8, 9, if someone wanted to sell their house and move and transplant to a different location, they couldn't. People couldn't get a loan. No, there was no buyer.
Right.
The economy was stale, and so they had to wait. Now there's so much activity. If someone wants to do something, all they got to do is call a competent realtor, and they can make it happen. I mean, it can actually be done. We're seeing houses that are under the $200,000 category, days on market, 7.
Wow.
I mean, they're in contract, and they're closing in less than 45 days with the new mortgage rules. So over 200,000 to 300,000, those things are only staying on the market 2 to 3 weeks before they're in contract.
Wow.
Okay. So, yeah, the only effect we've seen at all negative is anything over about the 350 mark. Other than that, we're pretty constant.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of going to wrap up here just a little bit. We've had a great show today. One of the things that I hope that you got out of this show is that we have some great information, some great resources for business owners and individuals in the greater Magnolia area, the Magnolia Parkway area. If you have not had an opportunity to come to one of our events, we encourage you to go to the website, www.magnoliaparkwaycc.org. Find out about what's going on. You can join our chamber as an individual or a business. So we are going to be leaving you for the day. We hope you've gotten some great information and enjoyed our guests today. We'll be back on the 4th Tuesday of next month with another great show.
Excellent.
This is the Parkway Pulse. Trish Cooper.
Travis Bryant.
Thanks for listening.
Have a great day.